Hi there, I hope you're having a great day today. I thought we would do a good old-fashioned get ready with me, and I wanted to do a 90s lip. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I already have my eyeshadow primer on, I have a color corrector on, and a little Burt's Bees lip balm / tint. And so I thought that we would use this Purito foundation one more time. It is way too light for me. I do love this foundation though, so I'm trying to find different ways to make it work before I declutter it. So I'm going to use these Lumi Bronzy Illuminating Drops. I'm going to mix them together with this foundation, and we're gonna put it on my face and see if that helps any with the shade match today. So this Purito foundation is available on Amazon. It is a BB cream, and as you can see, it is definitely too light for me. And for a BB cream, this is actually pretty full coverage. It's like light to medium coverage. And even with the L'Oreal Lumi Bronzing Drops, it's still way too light. And so I think probably what I'm going to have to do is declutter this. I also already did my brows. I'm going to have to try to remember not to put products on them because I usually do them later. But since we're doing a get ready with me today, I figured I would do them first so that you guys wouldn't have to sit and watch me do brows. So unfortunately, even though I really love this foundation, it's just not going to be one that I'm going to be able to continue to use. And I tried it in the winter when I was at my palest. It didn't work. And unfortunately, it's still just not working for me. There, I just wanted to turn my smooth jazz music on. I always love listening to music whenever I'm getting ready. So, yeah, unfortunately, that is way too light. And while it's true, I can use other products to help a little bit, it's really just not worth the bother. So next, let's go to a concealer that's also on the chopping block. And this is the e.l.f. Creamy Camo Concealer. Even though it is the creamy version, still, I just don't think it's really flattering for my mature eyelids. So I wanted to try it one more time and see how it wore one last time today. I also have the regular e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and that one is definitely not flattering for my under eyes. I have been using it though for spot concealing, and I was going to use this one for that same purpose. However, this is even lighter than the Purito, and so I don't think it would be a good spot concealer. It's just not going to be a good match. So I'm just giving it one more shot under the eyes today. I'm going to use a different powder to set with and just see what happens. I like to give all my products a really good go before I declutter them. So that's the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the creamy formula on mature under eyes. To brighten these under eyes up a little bit, I'm going to use the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I've really been enjoying using this under the eyes. I feel like it doesn't accentuate texture. It goes over other concealers well. So I think that at this moment, the under eyes are looking decent. For setting powder to kind of help with this situation, I'm going to use my NYX powder. This is in the shade Light Medium. So what I'll do is take my fluffy brush first and swirl it around And you can see immediately it gives my forehead just a little bit of color. We'll apply it all over the face. It's a darker color than the foundation, so immediately I can see the difference. Okay, so we're getting a little bit better. I think bronzer will be the final step for us. And for bronzer, good old-fashioned Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is perhaps my lightest shade of bronzer, and so it's not always the most flattering, but I feel like with a foundation that's too light, I don't want to go too drastic with my bronzer. So I immediately am seeing some impact here. This is an oldie but a goodie. Just kind of do the perimeters of the face like this. Down the neck just a little bit to kind of blend things in. Looking better, isn't it? Let's go to blush now. I'm going to combine two Milani blushes. I love these. This is Spiced Rose. It's a neutral, kind of leaning warm. Every time I try to open this one, I have a problem. All right, there it is. Swirl that same e.l.f. brush around in it. Very, very impactful blush. A lot of times I enjoy using cooler products, but with this 90s lip that we're gonna do today, I definitely wanted to warm up the cheeks just a little bit. I even go under the eyes a little bit, over the bridge of the nose. And I like to go up here in the temples. Some people, they stop like right here and you have this line right here. I go up a little further, especially with my warm blushes, because I feel like it just blends everything in. There's not a harsh line right here from your temples. So this is definitely too dark right now, but I planned on that, so we're gonna fix that. The first thing we're gonna do is go in with a lighter Milani blush on the apples of the cheeks. This one is Tea Rose. Here is what it looks like without your little packaging. So put that right on the apples of the cheeks. It's just a little bit lighter, still impactful. All right, now I am going to take my sponge and go around the edges of all of this and really blend it out. There, I've still got a strong cheek, but much more blended out. So let's do highlighter next, and this is an Undone highlighter palette. I got it mostly for this shade and this shade right here, but I'm gonna take my handy dandy e.l.f. brush and just swirl it all around today. Wow. See that? Woo! Shining. Shining today. All right. We're out of control, Carla. We need to tone it down a little bit, girl. There we go. We'll do a finishing powder on top and really get it back into control. So let's take first our bronzer. Sorry, that was the powder. Let's take first our bronzer and a fluffy brush. The eye look that we're doing today has one deeper color and two shimmers, the little palette that we have. So I want a little interest here before we go in with that darker color. I love this music. Love jazz music. This to me is the fun of putting makeup on. You gotta have a little girly time, listen to your music, feel like you're doing something fun for yourself, something pretty. Let's open this hard to open blush again. Come on, there we go. A little less of this, but this will blend our transition from our eye into our cheek. One of my very favorite makeup tricks to do. Now, this on a busy day with just a color, what are those called? Super Shock eyeshadow singles. Beautiful look. All right, so we have a base for our eyeshadow. Let's go ahead and do our lips. The 90s lip is the vibe for today. This is an Essence. Let's see here, where is my mirror? There you are. I get up here and start filming and I lose everything. It's the funniest thing. So this is Essence 8-Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. The shade is Hazelnut. This is one of my newer blushes, or lip liners in my collection. I look back at these videos and I'm like, what were you saying? What in the world were you saying? All right, so we're gonna put this on. I'm going to call this more of a peachy nude. I have one other Essence that's pinky nude. That went over the Burt's Bees tinted lip balm very well. For our 90s lipstick, we are going to use the Milani Color Fetish. This one is in the color Passion. And here is the 90s color that I chose for today. A little bit of a warmer brown. Pretty. Yes, these smell so good, you guys. These Milanis are my favorite lipstick of all time. I've said it before, I'm saying it again. I've got the Lisa Eldridge, I've got the Charlotte Tilbury, which I absolutely adore. The Milanis are only $10 and they're just as good and the color selection is amazing. I'm going to put a little bit of this Milani lip gloss on, not much, because the 90s look wasn't so much about the gloss. So this is the Milani lip gloss. Let's see if I can find the shade for you here. Oh, here it is. Soft Rose is this shade. Very pretty 90s look. So for an eye look today, we're going to use one of these little collages. I have one of them. I think that Samantha March was responsible for 75% of the sales of these. She did an eye look with this particular little trio and everybody was like, what did you use? Because it looked so pretty on her. I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller brush here. This size right, no, you know what? I've been copying Emily Noel lately. I'm gonna take one of these shader brushes, go in with this chocolatey with a little bit of a burgundy color. Right here on the outer corner of the eye, just coming up to meet the crease. Since the lips are very bold today, I'm not going to build this up a lot. A little more on this side. There. I feel like this is so pretty. It all is just matching together so well. Pardon my hot flash. The lips and the blush and the eye look, you know, also using some of the bronzer and blush as eyeshadow. I think this looks so pretty. So now I'm going to take that fluffier brush. I'm going to go into this light color of our blush. Use that to just kind of blend everything out a little bit. Make sure that there are no lines. Oh, nice. Yeah, blushes are great eyeshadows too, aren't they? So let's play with some sparkle. First of all, now that the hot flash is over, let's dab the face. I would edit this out, but I think it's pretty comical for those of you who are going through menopause right now. You're like, I feel you, girl. I feel you. All right. So first we're going to use this. It's a pinky brownie color. Very pretty. We're going to use it right here. Blend it into the dark and the center of the lid. Same thing over here. All right. It's all just matching so well. I just love this. This is just fun to me. Let's go into the lightest shade. This is more of a chunky, goldeny champagne color, and it's super impactful, so I just use a little bit here on the inner corner. Blend it into the pinky brown color. I like to keep my nails short enough that I can use them as tools to put makeup on. I love to have pretty nails, but they just can't interfere with my life. I can't have them that long. Back in the 90s, when I first met my husband, I had the really, really long nails, and he asked me to join a co-ed softball league. I hated softball. I don't like any kind of sport where like you're put on the spot and everybody's looking at you. And I felt like that's what softball was. But I was so crazy about him that I cut off all of my nails so that I could join the softball team and put my hands in a catcher's mitt. I cut off all, you girls out there, y'all know, you gotta really like a guy to do that. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I'm gonna put this in the water line. So I joined the softball league. Thank goodness I never played, because I think he was playing basketball with the guys and injured his knee, so he couldn't play softball. And I was like, well, if you're not going to play softball, I'm not going to play softball. That's the only reason I joined the team, was to be with you. So I got out of playing softball. Unfortunately, I did have to do a little practicing, and the practicing was humiliating enough. I do enjoy team sports. This is just the blush, using it on the lower water line. I like volleyball. I like kickball. But I prefer to do things where I compete against myself. My best performance, my best time. What's next here? Pat McGrath. This is her Permagel eye pencil. And this is the dark brown shade. I really, really enjoy volleyball. I'm pretty decent at it when I practice. But I like walking and running and weightlifting, and I was a dancer growing up. I did ballet, tap, and jazz. I did clogging, aerobics, all of the 80s things. Ballet was my passion. I was on point. And to this day, I love ballet music and I love ballet dancing. So I just like activities where I'm just trying to make myself better. One of those reasons is, although I don't mind like watching football on TV and rooting for my team and stuff like that, in real life, I want everybody to win. And I feel kind of bad if I'm on a winning team and the other team loses. I feel bad for them. And so if I compete against myself, then either I'm winning or I'm losing, and I'm fine with that. But I just don't like for people to be sad. I know that's probably pathetic, you guys, but I'm just not a real competitive person, because I don't like anybody to lose. I like everybody to win. I'm a team player, not a natural leader. If I'm put in the leader spot, I think I try to do a good job of leading, but I'm naturally just, I really thrive just as a member of a team or on my own. Very, very independent. Okay. That's pretty, isn't it? Very pretty. I was thinking about adding some of the Kaja eyeshadow on top. I want to even this out a little bit. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to go off camera and do mascara, because I know you don't want to see all of that, and then I'll come back and share the final look with you. All right, here is my finished look. I used the Ulta mascara that I got recently as a gift. I think that this Purito foundation, even though it was light, with all of these helping products, I feel like it just really looks good on my skin. It wears well on my skin, and I don't know if I can declutter it, because I really like it. As far as the e.l.f. the e.l.f. concealer, the Camo Creamy Concealer, Don't know if you can see, but so far my eyes look pretty good. So far it's doing good. I'm gonna wear it for a little bit longer. So I think this look turned out really well. I'm going to keep this one in the back of my head because I think all these products look really good together. I am going to do a concealer collection and declutter next. So if that sounds interesting to you, then come join my family. Enjoy spending time with me. I sure do enjoy doing these videos. Subscribe, and we'll see you for our next video. Bye-bye.